everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I have a Mother's Day treat box. I love this one. This is so me. I love the little doily and the lace and the flowers, and it's just super pretty. I really like this one. So this can be like a jewelry box. You can put some jewelry in here. You can put some treats. It is, the actual box part is 4.5 inches by 2 inches by 1 inch wide. So you can fit a little bit of jewelry in here or some little Hershey's Kisses, something like that. But I love this. So the stamp sets we're using for this is the Tea Together stamp set, and this is carrying over to the new catalog. So I'm super happy about that. I love that one. And then this is the Label Me Pretty. This is also carrying over into our new catalog. So these are the two that we're using. We do need the Tea Time framelits, which are these, and we're going to use them to cut out the flowers for this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So you are going to need a piece of 6.5 by 8 cardstock, and this is the Petal Pink. And then you need 2 pieces to mat it. And this is the Designer Series paper. I cannot remember the name of this. I'll have to look it up and put it in the video, or I'll post it on my blog. But this is the one, and you've seen me use this one before. I used it on another project. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has 2 different vellums. It is a specialty paper, and I think it was in the Occasions catalog. I'm going to have to relook it. But the paper is absolutely gorgeous in this one. And so this is the Designer Series paper from that. So the matte pieces are 5 7/8 by 1 7/8, and you do need 2 of those. All right, then you need some Whisper White to do your stamping on. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to get my Simply Score It here, and we're going to score this. So we're going to score it first on the 6.5 inch side, and we are going to score it at 1/2. At 1.5, at 3.5, and at 4.5. And then on the 8 inch side, we're going to score it at 1, 2.5, and at 7. All right, so that is it. Okay, so to cut this one, you're going to have this 1/2 inch mark here. This is going to be our glue tab, so we're going to cut this off here. Sorry about the helicopter. Boy, it sounded really close. And then these 2 little ones right here. Sounded like it was land on my house. All right, and then that's our glue tab right there. Then you are going to cut up, this is the side that has the 2. You are going to cut down each one of these. And on these smaller ones, you are going to leave about 1/2 inch. And then you're going to do the same on this side. These are going to be inside flaps. And I do like that on this box. And then we are going to cut up each one of these. These are our bottom flaps. Okay, I'm going to cut a tiny bit off these. It seems to work a little bit better, I'm noticing, if I just cut a tiny bit off of these 2. Alright, so that is all done. That is what it's going to look like. Let's go ahead and cut in on these 2. These are our inside flaps. They'll fold in better if we cut it in on them. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scalloped scallop tag topper, and you're just going to put it in here. I'd like to fold this down so these are free. And line that up at the top, and then you're just going to punch that. And we're going to do the same on this side. So pull those down so it frees that up. And then we're going to do the same thing. You notice I'm doing it upside down so I can see exactly where I have it. I want to make sure that it's centered on there. Okay, so there's our two little flaps. Now we're going to sharpen all our score marks. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and adhere it together. I'm going to use some tear and tape on this one. So we're going to put it on that glue tab right there. And I'm going to take my little paper piercer, get that off. We're going to line this up. Do it from this end. Couldn't get my fingers in there. Okay, and then you can choose which side you want your bottom to be. And then I am just going to use my fast fuse on this little area here, but use your tear and tape. And then there's our box right there. So I'm going to take our vellum here, and I think the best way to do this is just put some glue on it. I actually used my snail, and it really worked fine. So I was happy with that. It doesn't really show, but this time I'm going to just use some glue since I'll have time to hold it here for a minute, and it'll dry clear. Okay, and then we're going to do the other one the exact same way. I want to make sure I have it on the right side. There's a lot of noise outside today. I can hear my neighbors talking, so I'm sorry if you hear all that. All right, we're going to do this side. She's probably talking to my husband because he's outside mowing. And I waited till he quit mowing this time to come back here and do that. All right. So now we are going to add our doily, and it is the lace doily, and this does have Very Vanilla and Whisper White, but we're going to use the Whisper White side. And I'm actually going to go ahead and stamp our images first so we get this all ready to go. So I'm going to stamp the Happy Mother's Day and the little frame I'm using Blushing Bride this time. The petal pink was a little bit light for me, so I decided to go with the Blushing Bride. So I'm going to do that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And then we're going to use the gray granite because it goes really pretty with this Blushing Bride. I'm going to use that for the Happy Mother's Day. Center that. And then I'm going to stamp the images with that. We're going to need the inks out again, so I'm using this label punch, and I'll put that in the video as well because I forgot to look it up before I started this video. We're going to line that up. I think it does coordinate with the label, what are they called? It does coordinate with the Label Me Pretty stamp set. Okay, so we're going to use this same piece since we have that there, and I'm going to stamp both of the flowers, the little roses and the big one. And then I'm going to color these using my blender pen and my inks. So I'm using Pear Pizzazz and Blushing Bride. And I'm going to get some ink on the top here of both of them. And we're just going to use our blender pen to color it. And I often forget about the blender pen, but it's perfect for stuff like this. And it goes really quickly. I mean, if you want it to be brighter, you can use your blends. You can use also your watercolor pencils. But you can also like add extra and shade this some. And for the using the blender pen, you can use your other inks. I don't have any problem with this bleeding when I use, this is the gray granite that I used on here. And then we're going to do these little rosebuds. And I'm going to shade this just a bit. I'm going to grab a little bit more of that so it's a little bit darker. And I'm just going to add some to like the edges here, some in the center. You just go for it, however you like it. It's really a pretty way to color. I could do this all day. I know some people don't like to do it, but I can do it all day. I love coloring. Alright, so then if you're using your blender pen, just clean it off on your surface there, on your paper, and then we're going to grab the Pear Pizzazz and we're going to color these leaves in. But this is a very good way, especially if you're a beginner, to color something. I love the blender pens, and the color looks super soft and pretty. And there we'll do these little ones here. And it goes a long way. I'm going to put a little bit darker just to give it a little bit of interest here. And that's it. And clean it off again before you put it away. And then we're ready to bring up the Big Shot and cut these pieces out and put it all together. So let's set these aside here. Let's grab that Big Shot. And we're going to need our little framelits here. Usually the big ones will stay in place really good. Sometimes I have a little problem with the little ones, but we'll see this time. Seems like I got it in a pretty good place. Oops. Okay, so let's run that through. Aren't these pretty? They're so pretty. Look at that. Perfect for Mother's Day. Even for Mom's birthday or something like that. It would be really cute. Okay, so I'm going to take my ribbon, and this is probably on the retiring list as well. This is the Petal Pink and Whisper White. They're calling it the variegated ribbon. Love this ribbon. I really wanted to use it again, so that's why it is on this project. And we're going to tie a bow with it. This is one of those you really want to stick around a lot longer. And it ties really pretty too. Hopefully I have enough here to tie a bow. See how nice it ties? And normally I am not a good bow tyer. I am not the best, I should say. I've gotten better, but... Okay, so there's our little bow. And then we're going to go ahead and now we're going to attach this with some snail to our doily here. And then we're going to put this on our box. And I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop up the flowers. We just need that little bit of dimension there. So I'll put a couple on this one. And then we'll put this one down here. And then we'll just use, I did use the mini ones for this one, so let me grab those little mini ones. I always struggle with these little mini ones because of my nails. Let's see how we do. Need to move it down. Oh, that one came off pretty easily. Let's see if we can do that with the other one. There we go. And then this one is going to go at the top here. And there you have it. Is that not so cute? I love this one. I love the little doily on it. And it's just really pretty. It would be really pretty Mother's Day gift. So I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. It will help me greatly for my YouTube channel. And I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. See you next time. Bye.